Hello, Leo. I hope you're doing amazing. Excuse me, I'm still a little sick, so, This is going to be your reading for the rest of November. Um, excuse me. Ooh, sorry. If you're new, thank you so much for being here. My name is Amber. It's nice to meet you. I'm a little bit sick right now, so usually I do face to face readings, but I'll be back there in December. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for being here. I thank you for contributing your energy to this channel. That is a really big thing for me. I feel like I need to tell that to you. Um, Also, if you find something within this reading that will help you, please hit the like button. If you find something within this reading that can help someone else that you know, please pass this reading on to someone else. We love to share healing. Also, remember to subscribe if you want to see more from me. Also, I do post daily readings, which will be available under the community tab, or if you're on Instagram, I'm there too. Go on ahead and. Why do I keep dropping this microphone? Sorry, I've dropped this microphone so much, guys, that I am literally like, I need to put Velcro on it. Like, it's getting ridiculous. So, sorry. Whew. So, I can't even remember what I was talking about because I was fishing microphones up out of cords. But we're going to get started. Okay, Leo, so spirit guide, guardian angel, divine energy, universal energy, what do you have for Leo? What would you like for them to know, pay attention to, or be aware of now to the end of the month? Only allowing truth, honesty, love, and acceptance within this space. First card, we have the Garden and the Gate, which is 3 and 0. Strategy, 2 and 1. I was getting a lot of messages about another reading where I pulled the strategy card. And I think people were really confused on what the strategy card meant. Because they kept saying, I don't have a strategy. And I thought, it's not about you having a strategy. It was, I don't know why I'm talking about this now, but it was just really weird to me that that kept coming up. I almost think that sometimes people just look at the cards and they don't listen to you speak. It's really weird. So then we have the 4 and 2, which is 6, the woman holding the coin. Okay. So, Leo, it looks like you have an opportunity to walk into something new. I feel like there's going to be an expression of feelings, or either you're going to express yourself, or the person that you're with is going to express themselves and start something new, or there's an opportunity to start something new. Okay, but the thing is, with strategy, I feel like you guys have to put together a plan to work things out, like how to be in a committed relationship and how to have balance and what things need to be worked on. I feel like there needs to be a talk about both of you. I just had a talk about this. This is so funny. About both of you being individuals. You can be in a relationship with someone, but you're also an individual. Just because you're with them does not mean that you now become one person. You know what I mean? You have your own growth and your own challenges in your own life. Okay? And then once that comes together and once you figure that out, Leo, I feel like it is okay for you to offer stability and go back into this with kind of like, I feel like you're not playing games. This is interesting. So it feels like it was light at first, or maybe the old energy used to be lighter, but you're going into this with a different mindset. You're stronger, and you're like, I'm not playing with you. I'm trying to manifest the life that I want and the situation that I want, and I won't take anything less than that. Okay? Okay. Sorry, I keep burping. I'm really into Diet Coke right now. Diet Cherry Coke mostly. But I've been drinking a lot of it and I've been burping my butt off. That's why I keep burping. Okay. So, Leo, let's see what Spirit has for you. Oh, these cards are so sticky. I pulled these out from my tarot shelf because I thought about them, which is interesting. I went to go make myself a sandwich because I was hungry. And I thought about them and I was like, wow, I haven't used those in a long time. And they're so sticky. Okay. Spirit, what do you have for Leo from now till the end of November? So we have the Six of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the King of Wands, the Four of Wands, the Lovers, the Death card, the Star, the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Tower together. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Wands and the Eight of Wands. Interesting. Okay. So Leo, there's lots of movement happening in your life. Definitely your love life, I see. There is going to be some movement between now and the end of the month. So you have the opportunity to start something up or trigger, or there's some sort of turning point that is coming from communication or from something moving, okay? And you're dealing with that energy throughout this. So if you look in the center, you do have the Lover's card. The Lover's card is, it could be a Gemini. You know, I don't usually do signs. That's not what energy is for me. But it could definitely be a Gemini that you're dealing with, but it talks about making decisions in love. I feel like there's a connection with this person, okay? And you may have been through some hard times with them. There could have been issues with give or take within the relationship or with this person. And it feels like you couldn't get through this at first, or there was trouble. I feel the pushback from that. Oh, the Five of Wands. That's why I feel that. I didn't even look over there. Okay. Oh, my nose. My nose is itching. Um. So the Five of Wands tells me that there was conflict with give and take or balance within this relationship. Okay. Even though you were in a relationship, even though it was committed, quote unquote. Okay. There was problem with balance, or there was maybe financial issues or something like that. Okay. And I feel like with this trouble energy, there was some drifting apart. Okay. What's interesting with the King of Wands is it feels to me that someone decided to do their own thing, follow their own dreams, or be their own person. But what's interesting is I feel like now this person or another person is coming in to try to make this work. There's either one person in this relationship or a person involved in here who really wants to make this work or has a direction to make this relationship work, even through the conflict or the conflicting energy between you two. Okay. So it looks like someone really liked to give, or someone really wanted to work on the relationship. It just wasn't working out because there was an issue with give and take. And there's another person who really wants to start this back up, and all they can focus on is the fact that, this relationship needs to be, if that makes any sense. Okay. So the choice is to stay in this relationship, to pick it up where it left off, or to start it over. Okay, like a clean slate. What's interesting is you're going to have to think about you and this person in the relationship itself. There's already conflict, so you know what is not working or what isn't going to work. So now you got to focus on what is going to work, okay? This is a good time to figure out both of your love languages and what both of you are trying to express, what the problem is, and talking it out. Again, with strategy, coming up with some sort of strategy on both of you being individuals, and you know your individual faults and what you want and all that, and bringing that into the open in a very balanced type of communication sort of way, and then figuring out how you're going to work together as a group. There needs to be a real good talk here, okay? And I feel like if this person who really wants this to happen and really wants this direction, whether that's you or them, they kind of have their own idea. They have to learn how to stop that and start over in a clean slate and open up their mind, okay, to build an actual strategy for this to work. If it's going to work, it needs this turning point, this movement, the activities the movement, the communication that's coming up needs to happen to integrate this change. Okay. So then we move forward to, once you come up with this strategy or this balance or have this talk, okay? Then you can find some sort of balance here, okay? This is the strategy. This is the thing that keeps the relationship stable. But you have to make sure that it works for both of you on an individual level, and that you're not just trying to jump into something to be happy, whether that's you or them, okay? Because what's going to happen is this connection that you have, the choice that you made, is going to leave you out in the cold. It's going to make you feel abandoned when this was the space that you needed to actually work on that, okay? So it's almost like the person who wanted the other person to give gets a moment of clarity, a moment of acceptance, feeling like things are right, feeling a little bit more confident in the relationship. This other person who wanted this direction and wanted things to be a certain way, this person was a little bit more demanding than this person. This was the giver, okay, which I feel like is you. They were a little bit more demanding. They needed to do a clean slate and start from scratch. They now have the knowledge, hopefully. God, hopefully they have the knowledge. I feel like I needed to say the knowledge that they need to move forward, which means that they have to change the way that they do things. They have to be able to accept the change and the clarity, okay? Because whatever chaos was going on needs to stop. It does. And only communication, clear communication, is going to bring that. Because what's interesting, Leo, is if they don't do this, I see you just dropping this period. It's like you're offering to make this right, or you're allowing or open to the idea of it, but they better do what's right. You know what I mean? You gotta figure out how to get through this, and so it doesn't happen again. It's like being open for a clean slate. Six of Pentacles. Yeah. Somebody was giving, trying to, I feel like this person has been trying to offer you something, but because of the conflicting energy between you and this person, you've just kind of been ignoring them, living your life, doing your own thing, trying to find balance within yourself. Yeah, you definitely been working on something new, working on yourself, working on your career, working on your children, whatever it is that you're doing. You made a decision that you're only focused on the future now and not the past. This person is focused on the past. They want to be back with their family. They want to be back with you. They want to be back with where stability is. I feel like this person has been quite manipulating. Um, Not very positive. They may have a nasty attitude if they don't get their way. But it just feels like they've been trying to manipulate this situation. It's interesting because they're telling me instead of thinking of you as an equal. Interesting. Okay, so the Four of Wands. Yeah, you're not sure if this relationship is built on anything stable because they're saying you haven't been happy in a long time. Yeah, you haven't been nurtured by this person. This situation doesn't make you feel nurtured, and that's what you want to change. There's no point in being in a relationship. There's no point in being in something stable if you're not happy. You know that now because you spent this time apart. Yeah, there needs to be a strategy taking place. No more risks, no more foolish decisions. Everybody is not, we're not going to go off of our emotions, okay? Look, this is the conversation. We're not about to go um, with our emotions. If you feel some certain way, you're going to start treating me crazy. That's not going to happen. You're going to respect me. You're going to look at both sides of the situation because maybe I'm having a bad day. Maybe you're having a bad day. And we need to talk about it. We need to do this the right way if we're going to do it, okay? Yeah, there's a need here for this to be a secure and safe environment, okay? Um, there's no need to be with someone if that's not happening. People need to be happy. You're in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to be happy in this relationship. I don't want to just be here just because this is what we do or because we have kids together. No, no, no. No, thank you. Okay? So, there needs to be a rebirth of the relationship. Something needs to change, okay? What wasn't being nurtured needs to be nurtured, okay? Or it's not gonna be. That's what I see you saying, like, it's not gonna be if we don't get this nurturing situation together. It's not. Okay? So you're not going to invest your time. You're going to leave it alone. This is your cry or your turning point to accepting this person's offer that you have been neglecting, okay? But they need to do it the right way or you're done. You have this clean slate, like you're ready, okay, to see what's going to happen. But if they drop the ball, then it's done. Okay, this is where you are at this point. So the Sun card, you're starting to realize that both of you are different, meaning I feel like you have different love languages, okay? But you really want to make the relationship work. You can tell by the way that they're acting or what they're doing that they really want to give this a try, okay? And I feel like you are able to be open to that right now, okay? Yeah. You're not thinking about a set relationship right now. You're just thinking about healing what the issues are at this moment. And once we can work on that, I'm saying we, but once we can work on that, then maybe we can move to something else. But this is where I want to start right now. Okay? And I say maybe. And we can do that, okay? But you need to make sure that you're not making a foolish move or they're not trying to con you. Okay? So, so I feel like there is going to be some deep conversation about what the issues are in this relationship and what needs to be worked on, okay? A lot of intuition going on. This may be a good time to meditate with your partner or tell them they need to really think about what the problems are and make a list, like a real list, not stupid list. Like, I want you to wash the dishes more, or you need to ask me about my day. No. I mean stuff like, um, when you do this, I feel like you don't care about me. or when you ignore me when I'm talking, or when you try to overtalk me, it makes me feel insecure. These are real things. You're really expressing yourself. So you're saying, what, okay, I used to use this in coaching when I did coaching. I should bring it back. But um, when you state what the issue is, no, okay. You state what the issue is. So, I don't like, no, I want to phrase this a different way. Yeah. I don't like when you ignore me when I'm talking to you about my day and say how it makes you feel. It makes me feel unloved. Okay? When you do that, when you state it that way, a person cannot, you can't say no it doesn't, because no one knows your feelings, right? And if someone doesn't respect your feelings and they tell you that, this is not the person you want to be with. Because the person you want to be with is the person that respects your feelings and wants to make you feel comfortable. I hope this makes sense. But anyhow, so I feel like there's a need to express or see behind the curtain of what's really going on. So I feel like I'm guided to say that that's the best way to make that happen, or to express those feelings, okay? And this is going to stop. The problem is the other person needs to see it as not being revenge or not trying to attack. You need to be open to see the other side. This may be a problem for individuals who are not ready to go down this route, like they're not strong enough within themselves. But again, that's where the strategy comes in, okay? So you're basically breaking down how you communicate and changing it in order to build a stronger foundation for the future. Got it. Okay, so I'm gonna put you on pause for a second so I can clear these cards out, and then do some oracle cards. Hold on. All right, Leo. So for your oracle cards, we're going to do a surrender cards. This is a therapy deck and the romance angels. So let's see what spirit has for you. Oh, wait. I was like 60 cards. I just need one, spirit. I just need one. Well, two. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Not 50. Okay, I just felt one flip over. There it is. Surrender to receiving support and love. It says allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything in yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. You also have surrender unhealthy relationships. Let go of relationships that do not serve you, including unreliable or toxic people. You deserve to be treasured by others and to be surrounded by positive people. We have religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and path. Okay? And you also have reconciliation. So definitely, I don't want to keep talking about it because we're going to talk about it at the end. But someone's definitely trying to get into your good graces, Leo. Okay? So, let's see. There we go. We have creative project. Your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity in your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites passion toward your life. You have daydream. You will be more easily wait. You will more easily hear and receive our messages if you daydream regularly. Relax, open your mind, receiving without directing your thoughts. Just notice any feelings, visions, ideas, or if you were watching a movie, this is the seed of creativity. Okay. So, just reiterating some of the reading itself. there is a divine move that is moving you here, okay? And the Ace of Wands is what's coming into my mind because that's what's bringing this turning point. I feel like it's changing your mindset because you already had set in your mind a certain idea and then all of a sudden it changes, okay? It's like you finally accept after not accepting, okay? So you are reconciling with this person in a way like you could have been talking to them still, or they still could have been in your life, but you're starting to think about them more romantically, or like opening up your heart more, because you can deal with someone like a child's father or a child's mother and just block them out emotionally and keep it just about the kids. But I feel like now you're open up enough to have a talk and work things out. Okay? So it says that you need to surrender. The feeling that you're getting is this feeling of surrendering and trying to work things out. It's like spirit's working through you like, hey, remember that thing I taught you called unconditional love? Let's do that. You know, agape love is what just came to me, right? So, you are willing to surrender all the unhealthy aspects of this as long as the other person is willing to work on this as well. So as soon as this starts to feel unhealthy, or it's not the time, because for some of you this may not be the time, as soon as you get that feeling or that trigger, you need to back out of this, okay? So it's just saying that spirit, this is the time where it comes back around for you to try, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to accept, okay? So then we have creative project here. And so they're telling me that listen to your intuition because spirit is going to guide you in the type of conversation. I gave you some guidelines in the reading about how to kind of communicate your feelings, but I feel like you'll be able to do that. Like you'll feel when things start going awry and you can reel it back in. Spirit is definitely there to help you. I feel like it's going to come out really smooth. You know what I mean? If you're doing it from the right crown chakra space, cuz that's what I'm getting it. So you may want to meditate before you have the conversation, or do a meditative session and then write things down. Some of you are going to take a couple days to think about things, and you'll come up with a whole scenario in your head or how you want to approach this. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to leave it there. So thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you, Leo. I love you so much. Blessings on your journey and love in all that you do. And remember, if you want a private reading, I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Links in the description box below. I love you so much. I'll see you later. Bye bye.